Polygamy is one of the worst sins a man can commit against himself. Hello people, welcome back to Pink Ivy Media. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for those of you who have been clicking on our subscription channel. I greet you. I say thank you so very much. Ooni of Ife has come out to lament that polygamy is the worst thing that can ever happen to any man. Still on the royals, I am bringing to you still gist from the royals. So now, the Ooni of Ife has come out, like I rightly said earlier, and allegedly we heard that he has been complaining recently of how the whole lot of women he has kept in the house has been a tongue on his neck. And now, and before as Naomi, Olori Naomi left the palace, there is a talk all over from the elders in the palace that they have already told Ooni of Ife that if only he had gotten married to so many wives, that Olori Naomi cannot do this to him and it will affect him this much, because they were like, Ooni of Ife is a man of a great caliber, that he cannot just have a wife, just a wife, just a woman, a single woman, a one woman for a wife only, but he needs to have so many wives around. So when this kind of a thing comes up, he need not to be affected. That the same thing happens when Queen Wurula was about to leave, and she also left like that. That Ooni of Ife need to get married to so many women, because that is what the tradition calls for. And so the elders and the chief in the palace have just been saying all of this since Naomi left the palace. And when Naomi was in the palace, we allegedly heard also that Miriam has been coming to the palace, but not as a wife that time, because the Ooni of Ife has not really gotten married to her at that period, but that she usually comes to the palace flocking herself around, like wanting to be Ooni of Ife's wife. And you know, it looks like Mariam is like a friend, or she's a friend to some of Ooni of Ife's siblings. And that is what we heard. And like it like the Ooni of Ife's siblings are persuading the Ooni of Ife's, maybe one way or the other. Mariam have just been maybe giving them things as a rich lady she is, so they could persuade their brother to get married to her. And as she has rightly done, I think it worked out for her that way. So, and this Ooni of Ife, the father that we know, he is not a polygamous type, because from all what we have heard concerning the father of this Ooni of Ife so far, he has a wife initially. That makes Ooni of Ife, most of his siblings, they are the same they has the same mother with him. Not if not for just few, that after the death of Ooni of Ife's mother, that the father went on ahead to get married to another woman, and it has just been that woman that the Ooni of Ife's father has been with. So the Ooni of Ife's father do not really appreciate or admire a polygamous home, but the son happened to be a victim of polygamous home. And from what we have just heard allegedly, that the Ooni of Ife is just getting tired of the whole lot of the women in the palace. And now these elders, in which have been persuading Ooni of Ife to get married to so many wives, you know, from the look of things, some of them have just been maneuvering their ways in such a way that They were just instigating him to get married, and this is just for them to bring in their nieces and their loved ones, so that they could be part of the palace things. Uh, some of these ladies that Ooni of Ife has married presently were also relatives to these elders, and they have just been advising Ooni of Ife, and that was what made Ooni of Ife to get married to so many wives at this point. So and at this point, Ooni of Ife, who loved Naomi so much, looking for the way that Naomi will come back home. But these wives that he has already gotten married to, they really do not want the Ooni of Ife to go after Naomi, the Olori Naomi, because they knows how much Ooni of Ife loves that woman so very much. So now the things that is on board I brought to you today is just about how the Ooni of Ife has just been lamenting, been crying out how the polygamous is very difficult, that it's hard to have a polygamous home, that he never thought of it in this way, but now he is in it, and that is what he has been lamenting on so far. That is why we say let us bring this gist to you at this hour. Thank you very much for listening, and I will bring you more gist soon. Thank you.